The character Lucky was attractive to me because of the father figure aspect. And the movie kind of feels like it's in three parts. You know, we have young Terry, we have 13-year-old Terry, and then we have 17-year-old Terry. And Lucky's goes through that transition with them. And the father figure aspect of it, the mentorship, the male presence, even though Lucky's going through his own things, just got out of jail from being incarcerated. But, you know, he's the one shining light besides Inez, which played by Tiana Taylor, in Terry's life. And I was like, oh, I think, you know, me having a great father in my life, I can bring some of that essence to the role. Tiana is a force, and she's such a creative human being and so loving. And what really made the chemistry and the bond work to me was actually having dinner with her at her house and just seeing her heart for humanity and the love that she has for just being a creative artist. And so when we get on screen, those things vibe right away because I'm the same way. So it's been a pleasure. You have the Harlem Renaissance, there's so much history there. And, you know, Adam Clayton Powell, you know, has, and Malcolm X, they both have, you know, street signs and those things, and getting that rich culture and being in it and feeling New York in the summer. I always wanted to shoot a film in New York. And the other day, the transpo's taking me home and they have an open fire hydrant. So I say, hey man, can you stop the car? Can you stop the car? And I jump in the open fire hydrant, you know, just to get that feel of the city. So it's been beautiful. The whole collaborative effort, you know, we feel like, you can feel it when something's special, like there's something special about this film. And you can feel it when you're on set, and that's what I lean into. AV doesn't move on until she has what she wants. And, you know, by her being a director and a writer all at the same time, you see it on the page that you have written, and you've lived with this story in your mind. And then you see the actors bring it to life, and then you gotta marry what you want to see and what you're seeing in the present. You know, it takes a lot of work to do that, and I can see her processing it. And the one thing I love about her is that she creates a safe space. You know, I know that she got my back. If I'm not on the accent, she gonna correct me. If I'm, you know, feeling like, well, how's this going? She gonna come and comfort me. You know what I mean? So she's a good actor's director, and I love that about her, and I'm excited to see where she goes. It changes drastically, you know. Right now you see me with the gold tooth, you know, the chain on, you know, that's 95, that's Lucky, you know, he back, he out of jail, you know, he back on the block, it's Harlem, baby, I'm out here. But as time goes on and as men mature, things like this, they come off. You know, you start to take off the things that you really don't need, you know, so the gold tooth comes off, the chain comes off, you know, because he's maturing as a man as well. You know, he gets a job. He's working in construction. You know, he's trying to actually make a better life for the three of them. And, you know, getting a job and saying, I'm gonna be there, getting married, taking those steps. So the arc, you see him transition. The environment that you grow up in, when you're a fighter and you struggled all your life, you know, all you know how to do is fight. So her being volatile is coming from her trying to survive, trying to understand, you know, and make out what she has. Even an apartment that she gets, you know, it's run down, you know what I mean? It's like a shack, you know, but she's trying to make the best of it. So a lot of those things, they just spill out, you know, and we see them as anger, hate, or whatever the case may be. Or, you know, some people may see it as the angry black woman, you know what I mean? But you're bringing your struggle, and when you don't have help and you don't have a place to let that energy out, it comes out as angry, it comes out as, what about me? You're really crying out. So a lot of times with Inez, she's just really crying out for help. I'll say it like this: blood doesn't make you family. Loyalty makes you family. And I think the way Lucky looks at that situation is that It doesn't matter how Terry got there or why he got there. It is the loyalty that they have built that makes them a family. And when you want something so bad in life, sometimes you're willing to do anything to get it. And I think you see that. Inez wants a family. Lucky wants a family. Because she reminds him, she said, do you remember what it's like growing up without a father? So he knows what that's like, so he sees himself in Terry. Morals, manners, and willing to deal with the mess. I think that's what makes art. You gotta be willing to throw the paint on the wall and be vulnerable and not care about what people think. And I think that's what makes Lucky strong, because he doesn't care. He cares, but he doesn't care. Everybody cares to a certain extent. But then you get to a place in your life where you like, I'm okay with me and being me. And me is good enough. And to me, that's art that makes Lucky strong, that will make, anyone strong to accept who you are. The good, the bad, the indifferent. You can't deal with anything unless you accept where you are. I think if you want to see a love letter to New York, a love letter to France, a love letter to any city that you reside in, and you want to see human behavior and study human behavior and what it's like to make decisions, whether good or bad, and learn from it, then this is the film for you. And it's gonna be nostalgic. It's 95, 2001. We're what, 20 years removed from that time period. I really think this film is gonna be worth the ticket price.